Okay, so in this video, we're going to talk about one of the most absolutely stable, low-level pressure passes, which is the double underhook pass, or the DUP pass, because that's the acronym. So, starting from a closed guard. So when we're passing guard, we have generally two genres. We have agility passes and we have pressure passes. Then we also have high-level passes, mid-level passes, and low-level passes. This is much more a low-level pressure pass. But the better you get at this, you can start changing levels quite effectively to get stronger benefits, especially dealing with different body types. So a couple key elements. Number one, being in closed guard. We're not going to spend a lot of time talking about opening guard here. A couple key components though. Number one, hands don't ever go to the ground. Okay, we've got two primary positions here. That's going to be safety position, where my hands are going to be in the armpits, my elbows are going to be locking my opponent's hips into place, and my head's going to be center line of the chest. Okay. From there, we just establish good basic posture. Good basic posture, if I'm grabbing knees, I want to grab both lapels or no lapels, one or the other, okay? And I want to roll my pinky knuckle into the base of the rib cage, okay? So we get that soft spot right at the base of the rib cage with my pinky knuckle. Second hand's going to come back and either grab pants, belt, okay? I like pants because pants are typically always going to be there. Sometimes the gi is offline or the belt's off, especially after you've been rolling for a while. And now, immediately, we're going to rotate the elbows in. My elbows should always stay inside the knee line, and they should always be facing me. Okay? So real simple. With my high-level hand, as I pressure forward just a little bit, I want to maximize the weight I put on my hip hand. Okay? My hands are essentially doing two things. They're keeping his shoulders on the ground, they're keeping his hips on the ground. Okay? And they're keeping our upper body separated from each other. So as we posture forward just a little bit, I'm going to drive my high hand knee into the tailbone, or as a wedge. Okay? If I want to think about his hips like a door, my knee is that door stopper that's going to keep the door open, okay? Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to inflate like a balloon inside of his guard to make it open. And he'll open his guard for one of two reasons. Either I open it or he opens it to attack, okay? So we put the wedge, the door stop in place, second knee slides back, and now we're going to inflate and get big until we pop that guard weight open, okay? So as soon as that's open, what I like to refer to in kids' classes is T-Rex, okay? Everybody knows what a T-Rex looks like, little T-Rex arms. So as soon as the guard is open, we're going to go T-Rex arms right away. My elbows come directly back to my rib cage, and we're going to drop them low, okay? So I want to start by using my elbows to elevate the legs just a little bit. Now my hands can rotate underneath, okay? We're going to start with leg control, but the battle now is going to get from leg control down to hip control. Hip control is going to be essential because that's where the body bends. As soon as I get to hip control, palms are going to lock together in grip. My elbows are going to be on his hip line. Okay, so now I've got two options. I can either roll him up by driving my pressure forward. Let's turn this way a little bit. Okay, so again, I can either roll him up, okay, or I can pull him in and then start stacking. I really prefer the method of rolling up. It takes a lot less energy, okay? So once I get my grip and grips locked together, we're going to start driving forward, okay? Activate my toes, knees off the ground, okay? Now, two different options here. I can stay low and tight to the hips where I'm just going to reach across and grab and pass. What I prefer and teach normally is the upper body grip, where I'm going to go thumb in, cross collar grip, okay? Because that's going to give you much better shoulder control. So once we connect to the hips, we roll up, we activate the toes. Okay, my job is to put weight on him. We're going to shoot across, thumb in the collar, okay? Now, I'm going to try to put his knee to his nose. Real simple. I'm just going to start taking short, choppy walks around the corner. Once I get perpendicular, I'm going to rotate my hips and my shoulders and let those legs drop out of my way. We'll diver check. We'll settle into place. You'll notice again, if I get the cross collar grip, I put a lot of pressure on the neck too. So he has the choice to alleviate the pressure from the pass, or he has the choice to alleviate the pressure from the pressure on the neck. Okay? So let's turn this way. Let's try one different angle, okay? So, same thing. Let's go back this way a little bit. So typically, we start safety position. Again, safety position is the place you can always go when you get in trouble. Okay? If he gets my head off center line or he starts isolating my arms, we get back to safety position. So from safety, we get to good base and posture position. Okay, a good rule of thumb is here too, is pretend like you're a dog and you're going to tuck your tail between your legs. Okay, and you'll just feel the added pressure that puts on his closed guard. If I sit with a straight back, a lot less pressure. Once I tuck my tailbone in between my legs, add a lot more pressure. Okay, head stays up, nice and tall. We posture forward, wedge the door open, other knee slides back, and then we inflate until the guard pops. Okay, once the guard's popped, We go T-Rex. T-Rex elbows, under the legs, we start lifting. Now, we're gonna rotate under both hands at the same time. Again, the big battle now is gonna get from here down to hip control. Elbows, notice how low my elbows are, okay? Now we start rolling up. Activate the toes, knees lift. Okay, we've got one more step, that's the upper body control. I'm gonna shoot my thumb in the collar across the neck. Short, choppy steps around the corner. Now again, once I get here, I'm gonna rotate and let him drop. We're gonna diaper check, settle chest to chest. Now we finish our pass. Okay, that is your double underhook guard pass from closed guard. Now, go practice.